take its beginning. So in the world, all meanings, all definitions has a multi-level understanding. That's why it's possible to say shorter and several, how to say, several days maybe of our educational course, because really predestination, it's a life of person. All life, all period of development, our person will fulfill predestination. Every day, every second, it's all predestination. That's why, in a few words, it isn't possible to say. It's a theme of philosophy, and it's a theme of science, interdisciplinary, and methodology, practice, and modeling of future. By the way, yesterday on our meeting, I said that Aurovile must have future. Future has a, how to say, obraz, imagination, image. Is it correct?
Yes.
Imagine, it's like a verb.
No,
Image. It's not correct. Okay. Oh. Future. What future will you imagine to yourself? What kind of future? Majority of people, when are speaking about future, it's unconcrete words, unconcrete meanings, and it isn't mathematics. But all our creation, it's science and mathematics, physics, chemics. And that's why it's difficult then to explain all details, because we are talking about laws, but all laws, it's a life of not only personality, world, whole world. It's necessary to understand that we are trying to develop, and all our steps, it's all laws, and the predestination, it's also laws of life, but it's necessary to take into consideration different levels. Okay, usually when we're talking about 7 steps in the Slavonic culture, we have an icon of, we call it Sophia of wisdom, maybe like that. And you see universal scheme in all ancient icons, and 7 steps and 7 meanings. Just a moment. Можно там указочку взять? Палочку.
Там лежит.
Уже забрали. Я ее положил своими руками, чтобы не потерялась туда. Look here, all these meanings, it's system, steps, and law of nature. Person not simply goes by the staircase, but all these steps means system, factors, and so that's why it's necessary to learn, but we have a lack of time. That's why you need to know that first part of predestination, it's a temple of fate. In Slavonic culture, it's three main part of our future. First of all, man must create temple of life. Family, rod. Rod.
Keyword.
Like a genus. Species, family, genus.
5 types of collective relationship. Our family, family in which we were born, family which we created when we started. other than our job, our self-minded people, and our friends. Five types of relations create this pillars, sure, pillars, and in the bottom of this pillar lies relations. Look here, imagine to turn on 90 degrees and this flow will be every day going on with relations by step, and that's why we are creating pillars which join land, world, our world, with the world of skies, casual. Okay. Только чуть громче, мне подсказывают, что я слышу. That's why here is also we usually say that it's not item, it's a model of self-government, because these steps, it's value of relations. They're exchanging the predestinations and then creating values which create excess of faith or excess of spirit. This mother cherished spirit goes down, and there is interference. It's physics. How many like a bird has wings? It means combination SPDF, quant orbitous electromagnetic field of nucleus of atom. So that's why it's necessary. It's not only in Indian culture. By the way, we found it. В каком храме мы нашли ангелов? Only one or two temples in India we found out this creature, these angels. India not created a good view of this because of it's also all topics, all cultures. We know why you have such a Slavonic world. Why Slavonic world create such a way picture in the other world, other trends, because it's also our researching work. All cultures has meaning of expression, their inner life. That's why we express in some way, as usually, why your kings, Aryan kings in Mahabharata, wear a big head, crown. Why? Did you somewhere fight on the swords or moving fast? Imagine to yourself with such a big thing on our head to fight, and it isn't possible. That's why crown means other thing than gold crown. It's an invention of Aryan thing.
Kings.
Okay. And all culture has three main points: past, nowadays, and future. Future we call it a picture of the world, which created some civilization. Second part, it's a realm of gods. A realm of gods. It's I depicted sometime. I finish it sometime later. But imagine to yourself, it's our life. It's a family. It's
Genus and family. It's also
Genus and family.
and it's a society. Three levels, three predestination. But at the same time, like in upper world, on the sky, realms of the sky. In the same way, we have the same view of our predestination. It's possible to show that it depicts just moment, other view, another. I try to involve you in the understanding of predestination. 7. Царство природы. Realm of nature. Kingdom of nature. 7. Mineral. Plant. Animals. Ours. Divided on 2 parts. Our
Human.
no, not so human. Here is more difficult question. But it's our body. It means our our world in which we are living, and upper world of person. This same world. Same people which fulfill their predestinations. It's the world of soul, and our teachers, 5th world, огненный мир. Fire worlds, not the same word. Okay. And this 6th world of gods of societies, and 7th world, logos world. That's why when we are learning some information about the temple of a world of causal world, it means saints, souls, and these gods, but not God. In Russian way, special 2 words. God, it means 7 level, but son of gods, Господь Бог. Есть и тут такой термин. It's
Lord.
Lord of. Just maybe in English because English society, how to say, could create imagine only 5th world. 6th world is connected with the 12th step on civilization development. That's why we use different cultures for how to say, explaining world of spiritualities. Okay, so that's why it's a 3 part of our predestination. And in the world, in our world, it's 3 world which gives us this nucleus of our conscience, soul, and monada. Monada. Like Leibniz used this term. Okay, so that's what. That's why this theme usually in my native language for people very difficult, but on English for me I am trying. But our energetical system also needs to combine with our predestination, because you know Egyptian images and Yanoma's God, Horus maybe. You know it's three glass. Third eye. Okay. And it's necessary to change position. God, yep, land, goddess, yep, Not and kings must change position. Our mind must change position. And that's why it's the difficult situation for people. And before all history appeared, people spiritual way was to this way to open the third eye, and then world changed and inversion, okay. And for us, open another world than we could imagine to ourselves. We call its world like a casual world or highest world, but it's a world. It's necessary to imagine. First of all, usually before Universology appeared, people said it's necessary to meditate to feel this world, but Universology gives us opportunity to have a logic way to understand world and to understand our predestination. That's because it's necessary to learn, first of all, mathematical things like mathematical meanings like inversion, Universology, inversion, that's correct?
Universology.
Okay, Universology, not Universology, Universology. Mathematically, it is point, world, create another state than usually. In physics, it's a string
theory.
String theory. And so on. That's why it's a topic now, Universology try to do this topic, not only spiritual meditation, but also understanding that we could create free part of our experience, manas buddhi at, and then to lead this experience, and then it will be resonance. Our world and world upper and person could come to this world, could come by conscience. And that's why it's so necessary what kind of resonances must be done. Because all person not simply goes by the steps, but all of us has our predestination from the zodiac.
Star sign or zodiac.
Once again.
Or star sign or zodiac. Same.
Stars,
Star sign. Star sign.
Symbol of zodiac. You know your symbol of zodiac. From the symbol of zodiac, you take your spirit, grain of spirit, как будем говорить. Grain of spirit. It's like just a moment. It's it's the fifth element, and also it's a portal. And it's necessary to combine four forces in the fifth element, fifth force of nature. And then what kind of view? It will be well known. Clocks, sand clocks, it's a way, how to create distortion field. And pyramids hold the world. When person goes up in spiritual way, step by step, but like a person, like a collective mind, like a social conscience, and then at this point, world turning over. And it's the main topic of predestination, because our predestination to serve the world in the way in which we will doing 7 steps to world, 7 spheres creating, and then we are taking experience which like a resonance between us, not only people, but with all kingdom of nature, and then energy goes up или выводит за пределы.
Leave outside.
Leaves or exits outside of the system.
Overcome.
Leads us outside the system. And
Flows out. Flows out.
Flows
Maybe
out. Okay. Flows up and down in the 2 directions. It's the main also point in 2 directions. In one direction we are gathering with our neighborhood on the cultural world. In the down world we are очищаем, cleaning our future, our karma. That's why. And third part, it's our working in outside world. That's why it's like a practice in different cultures. We are gathering energy of predestination. We are putting our predestination in our relationships on the 7 levels. Then from 7 spheres we are taking resonance, results of the resonance, and it leads us up and down into parts. But it's not so simple also. Maybe it's necessary, Pingala, Sushumna, Ida Pingala, Sushumna. 3 parts of energetical source in us. Okay, we will. I only think it's possible, but sometime later we'll learn this question more professional. But now we learn that from the zodiac. We took a grain of spirit. How it was possible? It's possible like today. We take a grain, some configuration of planet relations, some aspects, some orbits, and so we have a concrete program of our life. It's not only predestination, it's part of predestination, but it's necessary to know it, because of Universology shows that I'm Sagittarius. I'm Sagittarius and mutability крест.
Cross, mutability cross.
Mutability cross. It means Sagittarius,
Gemini.
Gemini.
Fishes.
Pisces.
And
Libra. Virgin.
Okay, it means these 4 parts, like a pyramid, like chalice, but
Like a chalice.
chalice. And so that's why this geometrical construction built way to gather these 4 forces in 3 dimensions: past, future, nowadays, past, and grain. We gave a grain, and it's the same like Leonardo da Vinci shows 4 forces necessary to combine together, and it's necessary to do in a balance, because if it will be not well balanced system, never this grain in us will be fulfilled, and then we couldn't possible to take from upper world this grain in us. It's flow of time. That's why it's a system. You know, apple. Simple apple. Imagine to yourself, apple. It's a geometry of torsion field. X, and that's why here is our grain of spirit from the upper world, and in us must be the polarity with this grain. Two polarity must be vibrate in unison. Synchronized. Only then spirit will go down to us. Synchronization, well-balanced system. And only then wisdom of world will fill us and heart will open. Heart must not open by itself, maybe.
By chance. Просто так.
Да.
By
Просто
chance.
by chance, really. No spiritual practice. That's why Shri Aurovile said, supermental force must first of all will go down to us to create the way. The person must synchronize himself with themselves, maybe, or how to say itself, and then the flow of our conscience, our mind, Kundalini will go up by polarity and meets each other in our heart. Wisdom and heart will rule our mind. That's the topic of three parts: Adi, Pingala, and three parts with Sushumna. Source which we could use, and it's our capabilities, it's our world. It's a God world. Wisdom это не разум, как разум.
Мудрость.
Mind. Wisdom is not mind.
Mind это ум. Вот эта проблема английского языка, в нем нет разума.
He's complaining that in Russian we have different words to say the mental and the mind. You know?
Okay, highest mind. Okay. God, mind, God, source and soul. That's why in the end of our spiritual way, it could be three circles. First of all, with our просветление.
Enlightenment.
Secondly, service.
Service.
And third, creativity. And the only person who combines three parts of this energetical source could create completeness of his conscience. And that's what.
Посмотрите на мою.
And this is only the beginning of explanation about predestination. Now formula of predestination, like mathematics. This is elements of formula. First of all, temple of gods, pantheon, realm of gods. We need to know what fill us from this, not only zodiac, but also, maybe beside your temples situated, it's like a necessary elements. First of all, temple. Secondly, tree of faith, and third part, lake, чаша. Challenge, lake. It's three parts. It's a challenge. It's like Pakrava, mother. And tree, it's like a hyperbolic knowledge about tree of our solar system. Yggdrasil, tree of life. It's the highest level. It's our Asgard, challenge of mother of our planetary system, and it's our planet, Midgard. Asgard, Midgard. It's our continuums, space-time continuums. And we construct our world in a temple which our people fulfilling. It's a temple of our personality, family, our collective relationship.
Genius.
Genius. For Islam.
I try to memorize. And it's society. That's why 3 parts of our life, and these 3 parts was filled by 3 parts of predestination. And we are using it, and it's first element of our life. We are starting from this first element. If person didn't understand it, it means other life will be. It's like I lost some part of my body. It is impossible to live. To live like a spiritual person, because it's a brain, it's a nucleus of life. Here, first of all. Then our relationships. Predestination, man and woman. It's the topic for all very interesting, because it's answer on your question, how to live, how to construct a relationship, how to be happy in life. And all our happiness starts from predestination. Man, his role, and woman, his role. Woman creates relationships, it's a resonances, and angels shows it's like a, how to say, художественный образ. Art image. Oh, okay. So, but physically it's not so. I can't. I'll try to make it simple. Okay, so that's why 3 parts of this star, and 3 parts predestination of man, and that's why we lost those parts when God gives His idea, His project to man, and this is 8 orbit. It's Uranus. 8 orbits of solar system. That's why it's Uran, God Uran, but goddess other created on our world. And then it's 4 forces of nature. It's connected with our land, our 4 orbit, not 3, 4. It's the way why it's necessary to learn much more. Just a moment, I'll show you the model of solar system in which bad people, dark gods, how to tell me. This planet, well known in the ancient Greek mythology, in Indian mythology also, you have the same planet. It's a planet in how you say, almost in the surface of sun, in the plasmic state. It's the first planet, and scientists know it from the 20th century. Mercury, Venus, our land. You know that in our modern books, astronomy, our Earth regard like a third planet, but we are fourth. Why? What's the difference? Fourth kingdom of nature. It's humanity. It's we all human persons. But third level, third orbit, it's an animal world. That's why if our Earth will be regarded like a third, it means we will make aims like only animal kingdom. That's the word dark and light for good understanding and concrete imagination which in our minds we could create.
Я извините, что перебиваю, просто у нас уже на полчаса опаздывает, не опаздывает, а мы должны полчаса назад уже начать. Извините.
Да. That's why I finished. I will finishing and I'll show you. You see how many topics: astronomy, mathematics, physics, chemics, biology, and so on. It's all this interdisciplinary world which combines Universology. And that's why it's necessary to learn, because then we could prove, not only to believe, but it's okay, but to prove, and logic will then do our mind clear. And so, that's why I show you formula. We stop our learning this way, but look here, some elements you know, some you don't know. And it's a topic how to create complete understanding what's that predestination. And so that's why I propose to learn Universology and everything will be okay. Universology has in it a last word. I will also depict this five trends of Universology, like doctrine of causality of existence, synthesis of all our achievements, interdisciplinary science, universal methodology, practice, and modeling of future. It's five trends. It's so necessary for modern world, and it's a spirit of Uranus, new epoch, because it's other thing of creating mind view of world. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. And so I think we'll have opportunity to continue this question.
Just a second. Actually, you need to run, you said? No? There's just one and then you... Yeah.